Welcome to my watercolor gathering today. I'm going to demonstrate how I used watercolor pencils to create this 4x6. It's a small painting of this sunflower. First of all, I found a reference photo on Unsplash. This photo is by Rosie Kerr. And I saw it and I'm like, somebody had asked me if I would do a sunflower, and so I thought this would be just lovely to do. So I recently bought a package of watercolor pencils, never having used them before, and I thought I'd give them a try. I watched a few YouTube videos, and in this first image you will see that I have used a yellow and an orange pencil to draw in the petals, and I've put yellow in the middle of them and darker orange on the tips and at the base of it. And then with a round brush with a fine point, I have a wet one. I have mixed the watercolor pencil paint on the paper, and I do them individually, petals individually, and I make sure to do blend them sort of when they're not next to one another so the colors don't bleed. And here you can see some more of what I've done. I kind of like the effect because you can still see the lines a little, which if you refer back to the original reference photo, this particular sunflower has a lot of ridges in it that are darker than the yellow base of the flower. And then you'll see, you can see I've finished the petals, and now I'm going to start on the seeds in the center. So I've used a yellow pencil to start off with, and just flex some colors in randomly over the center of the flower. And then in the next image, you'll see I've used a brown watercolor pencil to start adding the different colors that you can see in the reference photo. And eventually I'll add some black. And then once again with my round brush, I'm dabbing on some water just to start blending those colors in the center of the flower. But I'm also leaving some of the pencil marks to add the enhance the texture of the seeds that are in the center of the sunflower. And in this image you can see it's a close-up of the center, and you can see the edge of the center of the flower where the petals meet it, and I'm going to be adding some darker color and shading into that area. And then I used a red watercolor pencil to add some more shading into the base of the petals, and also to differentiate between the petals that are in the background and the petals that are in the foreground. And then I used the round pointed brush to blend them. Then I added another layer of brown and black pencil marks to the center of the sunflower. And I did this a couple of times until I got the right amount of blending and shading in that center of the flower. And in the next image you'll see the completed one. And in this image you can see that I use the pointed round brush once again to blend in the brown and black watercolor pencil to give the texture of the seeds in the center of the sunflower. And then I needed to put in the background, and I decided to use blue because it's almost on the opposite end of the color circle. And I put the blue in between all of the petals close up. And then I took my pointed brush, round brush, and I also used a liner, fine liner, to get into the small areas in between the petals. And I just blended out the blue paint um, to give the effect of a dark background closer to the petals and then lighter at the edge of the paper. And here is the final painting. And I was quite happy with this. I think it had some nice effects, and yeah, I liked it. I hope you do too. Hope you enjoyed this and hope it was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Leave any comments that you might have below. Thanks a lot for joining me.